Hello guys, we are back with our next lecture. In this lecture, let us go through HTTP. That is nothing but Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Okay, so if you recall, we have discussed this protocol previously in web programming, guys. Okay, so the same concept I'll be repeating here. It's really easy and simple, guys. Okay, so basically, whenever you are visiting any website, if you observe their link carefully, it will be having HTTP or HTTPS in the starting, right? So this is nothing but the HTTP protocol, guys. This is a with security and this is without security. That is the only change. So hypertext transfer protocol. Okay, so whenever any files you are requesting from a server, guys, so basically the website whole files and everything are stored on the server on a particular machine, that is called as server. Okay, so the client machine will be requesting for it with the help of HTTP, so that we will be calling it as a HTTP request, guys. Okay, and the server will respond, that response will be calling it as HTTP response. Okay, so the client will be requesting for a website and the server will be giving the website to the client. So the server will be sending some files, right? Yes. Okay, so HTTP is a web application layer protocol. It has been used in a World Wide Web (WWW) since 1990. Okay, so it follows a client server model. Just we discussed right now. Yes, that's the model that it will be following. Okay, so I have just drawn the diagram here also, so that will be clear for us. Client, browser that requests receives using HTTP protocol and displays the web objects. Okay. Server, web server sends using HTTP protocol, object is response to request. Okay, so if you draw a diagram, this is a simple diagram, guys. So here you are running a PC with a particular browser, you are requesting for a website and the server is responding back. Okay, so I told you that it will be transferring files and all those things, right? So basically you will be getting in response HTTP, HTML files, CSS files, JavaScript files, like this front end files you'll be getting, guys. Okay, so files are transferring means there should be some transfer protocol, right? So HTTP indirectly uses TCP for transferring files and everything, guys. Okay, TCP is nothing but transmission control protocol. Okay, sorry, transmission control protocol. Okay, so I'll be discussing about that also in the lectures, don't worry. Okay, so let us go through the process. So client initially initiates the TCP connection, that is nothing but he creates a socket to the server. So port 80 is used to TCP, guys. Okay, so server accepts the TCP connection from the client. Okay, it accepted it, hence HTTP message or files exchange between the browser and web browser takes place. Okay, so TCP connection is closed at the end. Okay, so now let us go through some kind of introduction about request and response, guys. If you want, you can watch the WP lecture, like there's nothing but a programming lecture also on this. Again, we discussed the same concept there, but with respect to the web, like we discussed about header in detail, like that. Okay, so if you want it to, you can watch that video. Okay, so HTTP request method. So HTTP made general form of object application so that the operations can be really easy, and the operations are called as methods, guys. So basically to request for something, we'll be using these things. So get, from the name only you can say you are trying to get something. Okay, so the get method requests the server to send the page, by which we mean the object in the following general case. So it will be in this way: get file name. So assume that you want the file name as xyz HTML, you want that HTML file. So you'll be writing get xyz.html http slash 1.1. So this just specifies just the version, guys. Which version of HTTP are you using? Similarly, we are going to have a head, we'll be getting the header of the web page. We are having put, it is nothing but to store. We are having a post, it is nothing but to create or to publish it. Similarly, we are having delete, to remove it. Similarly, we are having trace. Okay, it is used to know whether the request of the server is actually got, if they are not proceeded. Okay, so just give me a second, guys. Okay, so similarly we are having connect through a proxy. Okay, connecting any through a proxy. Okay, so options, it is provided in the client. So basically if there are any other things, he'll be adding there. Okay, so in this way, this is the request, guys. Okay, Similarly, response, what you will be getting back. Guys, we'll be discussing about the header. Don't worry, what the header will be having. I'll be just giving an introduction. Don't worry. Okay. So response. Response is nothing but you will be getting some kind of codes, guys. You can say 1xx, 2xx, 3xx, 4xx, 5xx. So in the place of xx, there could be any number. Okay. Okay. So any kind of a 1 with any combination will be giving you some information. 2xx will be saying about success. 3xx will be saying about redirections. 4xx will be saying about client errors. 5xx will be saying about server errors. Okay, so I have just written some examples here. If you want more examples, you can check in WP notes or in the video, guys. Okay. Okay, so 100 is nothing but the server agreed to handle the client request. So it is information just. Similarly, 200 is nothing but request successful. 301 is page moved. 403 is forbidden. 404 is page not found. 500 is internal server error. 503 is try again later. Guys, if you recall, most of these errors you will be observing in your day-to-day life, right? So when you open a website which is busy, you will be getting these kind of websites, or if your internet is low, you'll be getting these errors. Okay. Okay, so now let us go through some fields in HTTP message, guys. Okay, so basically both of them will be having the same representation and they will be having only few content, guys. Okay. Okay, so these are the few content. So basically user agent is nothing but what browser you are using and all those information will be there. Similarly, accept is nothing but to check whether the acceptance. Okay, similarly, accept char set. So what kind of char sets are you ready to accept? Accept encoding, what encoding language, encoding, what language, if modified since, like that we are having multiple things, guys. Similarly, we are having again cookies also. We are having host address. Similarly, we are having server. Okay. Similarly, we are having context encoding, language, length, type. Okay, we are having date, range, and we are having multiple things, guys. Everything it is given like type, whether it is a request or a response or both. And we also gave a small explanation. Okay, so I hope everyone can go through it, right? So please make sure that you at least go through it once. Okay, so I hope everyone got some basic idea about HTTP request, right? Yes. So in the next lecture, we'll be going through some kind of a performance enhancement, guys. So basically now we discussed that everything is fine, right? So if there are any issues, how you can increase your server performance, we'll be discussing about that in the next lecture. Okay. Okay, so let us meet in the next lecture. Thank you. Thanks for watching.